Hello students, today I'm going to explain page 23. It was this desire for the freedom of my people to live their lives with dignity and self-respect that animated my life, that transformed a frightened young man into a bold one, that drove a law-abiding attorney to become a criminal, that turned a family-loving husband into a man without a home, that forced a life-loving man to live like a monk. So here, this paragraph is talking about the transformation of Nelson Mandela. What actually transformed Nelson Mandela? Basically, his desire to fight for the rights of his countrymen transformed him, right? So here, at first, he was a frightened young man. He was a fearful young man, but gradually he became a very, very bold young man who challenged the authority. Also, he was a law-abiding lawyer. So from law-abiding lawyer, he became a criminal in his own country. That turned a family-loving husband into a man without a home. So he was a family-loving husband. He was very loving. He was very nice, and he took care of his family well. But from family-loving husband, he became a man without home. He became homeless because he was put behind bars by the authority. That forced a life-loving man to live like a monk. So he was full of life. He loved his life, but gradually, from life-loving man, he started living like a monk. Monk is a person who lives a life of chastity, who lives away from his family. That is monk. I'm no more virtuous or self-sacrificing than the next man, right? He's saying that he's not claiming to be the most virtuous. He's not claiming to be a man of high moral standards than his countrymen. But he's saying that he did not let me breathe. But I found that I could not even enjoy the poor and the limited freedoms I was allowed when I knew my people were not free. So he's saying that I was having limited freedom. I was having limited freedoms, but I could not enjoy those freedoms because I knew that my people were not living a life of dignity, right? So he decided to fight for the rights of his countrymen. Freedom is indivisible. So freedom is indivisible. The chains on any one of my people were the chains on all of them. The chains on all my people were the chains on me. So these three lines are very important. So freedom is indivisible and freedom should exist for everyone, right? So these lines are very significant. So if freedom should exist, it should exist for everyone. Even if one member of the family is not free, it means that none of the members are free, right? So here he's trying to break the shackles of subjugation. His chains are the shackles of subjugations. Chains are the shackles of discriminations. Discrimination chains are the shackles of inequality, right? So he's trying to break those shackles. So these all his countrymen, all the black people were bound in the chains of slavery. They were bound in the chains of discrimination and so on. Moving on. I knew that the oppressor must be liberated just surely as the oppressed. The oppressor is the white people and oppressed is the black people. So here he's saying that not only the black people should be given liberty, not only the black people should be given freedom, but also the oppressor must also be given freedom. The oppressor must also be given liberty. So why? Because Nelson Mandela is saying that if we don't, let me explain two more lines. A man who takes away another man's freedom is a prisoner of hatred. He is locked behind the bars of prejudice and narrow mindedness. He's saying that both oppressor and the oppressed should be given freedom, right? So here, Mandela is basically is forgiving the white people, right? He's forgiving the oppressor. And he's saying that if we don't forgive our oppressor, if we don't forgive the white people, they will remain in the prison of hatred. Definitely, they took our freedom away, right? And if we also take away their freedom, then we will also not be free. So if we take away their freedom, if we take away their liberty, we will not be free, and we will also become the prisoners of hatred. Obviously, it was not appropriate for them to take away our freedom, but at the same time, we should forgive them for what they did to us. Now, I'm not truly free if I am taking away someone else's freedom. Just as surely as I'm not free when my freedom is taken away from me. The oppressor and the oppressed and the oppressor alike are robbed of their humanity. So, oppressor is again here not free because he is a victim of hatred. He is locked behind the bars of prejudice and narrow-mindedness. But let's forgive everyone. Let's forget everything, and let's make a better society. So Nelson Mandela is ending this chapter on a happy note, and he's saying that let's make a better world. Let's work together. There should be no discrimination. There should be no hatred. There should be no prejudice. And let's work together to make our nation a great nation. That's all from my side. Thank you very much.